Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Becca, and on this channel I am reacting my way through eating disorder recovery alongside complex chronic illness, one video at a time, in some attempt to help one or more of you on the other side of the screen feel either less alone, more understood, or to give you something to learn or laugh about. And if any of those things can happen, then to me that's considered mission accomplished, and that is the biggest blessing in the world. We are continuing our journey through Angelina Jordan's Old Enough EP that came out in July, I believe, of 2023, and this is the third track on the album, Fire and Rain. And I'm not going to talk a lot here. We're just going to jump into it. We're going to take our breath and get into it. I'm so eager to keep going down this rabbit hole, and this EP has just been, it has just been such a wonderful balm to the soul so far, and I'm really excited to see the imagery she may get into with this one here, because fire and rain, that can lend itself to some pretty daggone deep metaphors and analogies. So
Editing Becca here. I had James Taylor's Fire and Rain going through my head the whole time I was filming and reacting, but I totally neglected to even mention it aloud. Just wanted to clarify that.
let's take our breath, get into this song. All right, nervous system somewhat regulated. Let's go. Angelina Jordan, Fire and Rain.
If I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me. If the sky gets too dark, I just look for my North Star. Finding you is easy, 'cause I carry you with me. Ain't no mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low. The places that I go, fire and rain, keep throwing on my way. I know how much I can take. I get stronger from the pain. Fire and rain, try to break me, I'll be okay. I risk it all, I know I'm brave. Getting stronger every day, 'cause I'll never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain, 'cause I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain.
I so badly wanted to just let this whole song play through, but let's take a breath and talk about that, because I can't stop moving, and like my jaw's hurting from smiling as much as I was smiling along with that first part of the song. So again, the imagery here, I don't know if she is intentionally writing this about like one specific person, or if this is once again about just like the concept of love and holding on to love in general, but the lyric she's sharing here: if I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. So again, those internal rhymes. If I go far from home, I'll still know I'm not alone. Just so well done. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me. If the sky gets too dark, I just look for my North Star. Finding you is easy, 'cause I carry you with me. Ain't no mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low. The places that I go. So before we get into the super powerful chorus there, let's talk about those lines a little bit. Of course, some of them are pretty self-explanatory, because she's just being really raw and vulnerable here. But I think let's just approach this as if we're talking about love in general, whether it's for a specific person or just the concept of love. She's saying, you know, if I go far from home, and we had that line in, was it Love Don't Let Me Go, or was it in Now I'm the Fool? About if you had a soul. I think it's Love Don't Let Me Go, because like, if you had a soul, that's where I'd make my home. And I'm not getting the lyric exactly right there, but like the threads that she is weaving throughout this EP are this EP came out when she was 17, which means she wrote these probably quite a bit before that. I'm blown away by the way that she is weaving these common threads throughout every song, and not in a way that feels like in your face obvious, but just enough that you can pick up on it. And I'm loving it. So she said, if I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me. So if we're talking about this concept of love here, this idea of love as just something that you take with you, something that you want to be able to hold on to, she said, Even if I go far from home, I'll know I'm not alone because you're wherever I'll be, love. I'm carrying you with me. I'm carrying love with me. Now, if it is about a specific person, whether that's romantic or again, like a familial type relationship, she'd be saying the love that I have for you is so strong that no matter how far I go, no matter where I travel, and I believe, isn't she living in LA now instead of Norway? It was Norway where she was from. So I just think that is such a powerful image. Like, no matter how far I go, you're always going to be with me because I carry you with me all the time. I'm carrying you in my heart. Goes on to say, if the sky gets too dark, I just look for my North Star. Finding you is easy because I carry you with me. So again, her North Star, her guiding light. I'm assuming, again, she is using this concept of love as a metaphor to be the North Star and the guiding light, but could also be about a very specific person. So I like that she's kind of leaving it open to interpretation so that whatever someone hears in this, whichever angle they hear it from, or if there's an angle that I haven't yet explored, they can still resonate with it, while she's also made this like her own personal song. And that is just something I love so much about music and the different ways that it can be interpreted and have effects on people. But I like that she points out, you know, if it gets too dark around me, if the sky gets too dark, I will look for that North Star, that love, that person, whatever this North Star is, because I carry you with me. So I'll be able to find you. I will be able to find you. And then she furthers this metaphor by saying, ain't no mountain high. Now, it's impossible not to think of Marvin Gaye's song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough there. I would be surprised if Marvin Gaye hasn't also had an influence on her in some ways, because I can kind of hear a little bit of that style in some of the way that she delivers some of her songs. Just ain't no mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low, the places that I go. She's saying there's no mountain that's too high that I won't climb to get to you, to get to love, to get to this person, to get to whatever this is that she's talking about here. There's also no river too wide that I won't cross it. There's no valley too low that I won't go down into it. If it means that I will get to you, the places that I will go to all of these places, to all of these extremes, if it means that I can get to you, that I can be with you, that you can be with me, and I can feel your presence. Again, whether that's the concept of love as an abstract, intangible concept or a very specific individual person. And then we're getting into that fire and rain imagery that I was looking forward to so very much. She said, fire and rain, keep throwing it all my way. I know how much I can take. I get stronger from the pain. Now, I want to add a caveat here. This whole concept of like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Sorry, Kelly Clarkson. Could it be true? Yes. Do I believe that it is often and almost always used in a very toxic positivity type way? Yes. Do I believe that Angelina is using it in that tone with the words and the message that she's giving? Absolutely not. So my statement about this concept of I'm going to get stronger from the pain, my pain's going to make me stronger, yes, that is something that can happen, and I am a living testament of that myself. I also think that we should not have the responsibility of being thankful for our pain because it gives us a chance to be stronger. It's not something that I feel like we should be forced into. If you don't feel like your pain has made you stronger, maybe you're just still in the thick of it, and that's not something you can relate to, and that's okay. You don't need to kind of try to channel this, it's gonna make me stronger, this pain is okay because I'm gonna get strength from it. That's not the way she is saying that here, so I am not in any way critiquing her lyrics or her message. Please hear me on that. I'm talking about society as a whole, who likes to, specifically people with chronic illnesses, they will throw those sentences out there, and I'm like, I feel like I'd be pretty strong if I didn't quite have all of this pain, but you know, whatever, if that makes you feel better to give me that toxic positivity. That was a tirade and a diatribe, did not have anything to do with her actual song, so let's get back to the master here and her actual words and meaning. I just wanted to add that in case anyone has also been on the receiving end of that toxic positivity type of thing, even though that's not at all what she's saying here. So we have those lines. We already said, you know, fire and rain, keep throwing it all my way. I know how much I can take. I get stronger from the pain. Fire and rain try to break me. I'll be okay. I risk it all. I know I'm brave, getting stronger every day. So again, fire and rain, keep throwing it all my way. The fire, the destructive force, the rain, the storms of life, all of these things, keep throwing it all my way. Bring it on. Keep throwing it at me. I know how much I can take. I know how much I can take, and I'm going to get stronger from this pain. Keep throwing it at me, because I know what I can take, and I know that I can flip that and turn it into strength. Likewise, try to break me, I'll be okay. Fire and rain, keep throwing it at me, try to break me, I will be okay, because I risk it all, and I know I'm brave, getting stronger every day. So she was talking about going, to no mountain too high, no valley too low, no river too wide, all of that. She risks it all, risks her life, risks her emotions, risks the vulnerability out there, risk it every day. I know I'm brave. She is very brave. Anyone who can be this vulnerable and share their heart and their life in music, in song, in art of any form, in words like this, and can put it on paper and then deliver it, that is a very brave thing to do. And it is also a risk when you're like putting yourself out there, because you're opening yourself up to some of this potential pain that we talked about in Now I'm the Fool before this, because she was talking about how the love kind of shielded her from the pain, and then when she was told that she was a mistake, it hurts her soul. And now we've again got this thread coming through of the pain, and oh my gosh, all of the threads woven throughout this EP are just they're making my brain explode in the best possible way. And I love that she ended that part of it with getting stronger every day, because while you have no obligation for your pain to make you stronger and to be like, oh, I'm so thankful for this because it made me stronger, if you are able to eventually get to a point where you can turn that pain into some semblance of strength, that feeling stronger every day is a really powerful place to be. And you can hear it in her words, her voice here. Again, there's not a whole lot that I can comment on this EP, on her voice thus far at least, that I haven't already said, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself. Her tone color, her timbre, her register, her upper register, her lower register, her ability to seamlessly mix those, going up and down, and it just not sounding off and sounding perfectly like in the pocket and exactly how it needs to be on here. Her projection, her channeling of all of the various influences musically that I know she has, she just puts it all together into this just wonderful package. And you can hear the strength in her voice as she's singing those lines in the projection, and the just you can just hear the strength in her voice. I'll leave it at that. And then she doubles down on it further with the chorus when she says, "'Cause I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground, fire and rain. 'Cause I'm never going down, never ever gonna hit the ground, fire and rain." Woo, buddy! My goodness gracious. I don't know if you saw me. You may have, since you're watching the video. When I was reacting to that part, I could not contain myself. I could not contain myself when she was saying that I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. That was just so powerful, and you could hear her projection and her declaration of that when she was singing it. And I don't know, I couldn't sit still, because there was so much power in that. So much power, so much emotion. And again, that fire and rain, she's like, okay, that can keep coming down. I'm still never going down. That fire is not going to burn me down. It's not going to take me down. That rain might hit the ground. That rain might physically or metaphorically hit the ground, but I'm never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain keep coming. I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. I also love the way that she said, never gonna ever hit the ground, because it's just a little turn of phrase where a lot of people would say never ever gonna hit the ground. Never gonna ever hit the ground just makes it hit slightly a little bit differently, and that's the kind of intricate detail that my brain just geeks out over, for sure. Let's take it back a little bit and then get into this next verse.
Ground, fire, rain. Well, I grow maybe with you by my side. I know I'm alright. Sweet dreams I'm making through the dark and cold. Ain't no mountain high that I'm not gonna climb. No river is too wide, valley too low. The places that I go, fire and rain. I can take, I get stronger from the pain. Fire and rain, try to break me, I'll be okay. I risk it all, I know I'm brave. Getting stronger every day. 'Cause I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain. If I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me.
Ooh, I got chills. I got chills! I got chills! I want to talk about the lyrics a little bit there. We talked about the chorus. I'm not going to get back into those words again, but I don't know if she considered this a bridge or just another like 4-line verse that she had in there. But after the first time she said that chorus, she said, "Will I cry? Maybe. With you by my side, I know I'm all right. Sweet dreams I'm making through the dark and cold." And then it goes back into that ain't no mountain too high that I'm not going to climb. No river is too wide, valley too low, the places that I go, and then goes back into the fire and rain, keep throwing it all my way. So that will I cry? Maybe. I love that she's talking about how she gets stronger every day, and she's also saying, but will I cry? Will this fire and rain that's raining down, will this fire that's burning, will all of this, will it make me cry? Maybe. Maybe it'll make me cry. Tears are not a sign of weakness. In many cases, tears are a sign of strength. Letting yourself cry and feel your emotions, no matter how overwhelming they are, is actually a major sign of strength. It is a huge sign of strength and not weakness whatsoever. So when she says, will I cry? Maybe. That does not counteract the fact that she says she's getting stronger every day and she gets stronger from the pain. It kind of fits right in with that very perfectly. And again, speaks to her emotional depth and vulnerability. The rest of that section says, with you by my side, I know I'm all right. Sweet dreams I'm making through the dark and cold. So again, I'm not 100% sure if she is talking about this concept, this abstract concept of love in general, or a very specific person, romantic, family relationship, whatever, being by her side. But she's saying, with you by my side, I know I'm all right. So I might cry. Maybe I'll cry. Okay. But with you by my side, I'm going to be all right. I know I'm all right. Sweet dreams I'm making through the dark and cold. So even in the darkness, even when things feel cold, even when it's maybe some freezing rain that's pouring down metaphorically in life, she's making sweet dreams. And that almost has to be, come on, that sweet dreams I'm making, that has to be a little bit of a shout out to Eurythmics that did that Sweet Dreams Are Made of These song. Has to be, doesn't it? Doesn't it have to be? Has to be. I don't know if it has to be. I think it has to be. It came to mind for me. But sweet dreams I'm making through the dark and cold. So she is making these dreams. She is forming these dreams and holding on to these sweet dreams even when things are dark and cold and fiery and rainy. So again, we've already talked about the parts that start with fire and rain, keep throwing it all my way, all of those things. I do want to talk about that last chorus again though, even though we've unpacked those lines, because once again, the power in that, 'cause I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain, 'cause I'm never going down, never gonna ever hit the ground. Fire and rain. That is just, that is just such a declaration of power and independence and knowing who she is and being confident in who she is and what she can stand and in her ability to withstand these storms, this fire and this rain that feels like they just keep coming at her. She's gonna be okay. And I love that the outro here was a callback to the first verse where it started with, if I go far from home, I still know I'm not alone. You're wherever I'll be, 'cause I carry you with me. And the way that kind of like faded out, got a little bit quieter there at the end. It was just, again, well done, girl. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I also want to remark really quickly something that I didn't mention as we were going through it. In some of these spots in the song when she's delivering the lines, she's doing it in a more, it's not rap, but it's almost a more like rapid fire type cadence. Now, not like super rapid fire, but different than the very slow melodic thing. And I, again, love the juxtaposition of the styles within the song and then also across the songs on this EP so far. So I just wanted to point that out before we end this today. I, again, am so dearly loving this rabbit hole of Angelina. I'm loving this EP. I can't wait to finish it. The next song on the EP, I believe, is All My Fault, which I've already done. So we're not going to be doing that one next, but we will be doing the one that comes after that, which is, I believe, Good in Goodbyes. So on that note, friends, thank you as always for joining me on this ride. I'm so grateful for you. Please be gentle with yourselves. This world needs you, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.